Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. I'm Lucas Cameron.
And I'm Kevin O'Brien.
And welcome to this edition of
Prepper Properties. Well, as you can see, there's definitely some really neat features on this property right here. Suspension bridge included. So we'll take you on a tour around and show you all the other neat features this property has. So follow us.
You're going to be in for a great treat today.
All right, this second Prepper property is 46 acres. It lays on both sides of the road, but this road, there's all of maybe 8 houses on it. It's up in Kyles Ford or outside of Kyles Ford where the population's 800. You own this field all the way up to the top of the mountain. It's got 2 properties. Two ponds on this property, excuse me. One's on this side of the road you're looking at now, and the other one's on the other side of the road where the house and the barn is. And it's got, both ponds are stocked with 4 different kinds of fish. There's 2 outbuildings on this side of the road. There's a little concrete bridge to get across. And one of these outbuildings has got an old well house in it. In unknown condition, but it's there. There's several springs on this property. It's multiple pastures, and I'll show you the other side of the property now. All right, here's the other side of the property. There's a shed right there. It's about 20 by 40, and we're coming up on the log cabin. There's a little water wheel feature, and then the stone entrance. A lot of neat stone features on this property, as you'll see in a minute. Springs, possible cave right there with water coming out of it. We're coming up on the barn here in just a second. It's a very large barn. It's all in all, it's in really good shape. It could use a few repairs. There's a panel missing on the roof, but nothing too major. The land lies really well. Great mountain views, nice and secluded. Lots of great features, lots of wildlife out here, some great timber.
Now, a really unique feature of this property is this water wheel. It's already been put in, still in functioning condition. You could have the spring run into this and fill it up, or you could dam this off further and make a pond back in here and fill this in. But you could also use this for power generation. There's a lot of use in this. It just needs some restoration like the rest of the property, but it's already been put in and the hard labor's already been done, and you already have a dam in place as well.
The really neat feature of this property is this suspension bridge right here. It goes across the driveway over here, and there's a garden area, terraced garden area over here. It's probably about 1 acre. And there's an outhouse over there as well. And there's an old, you can go the hard way up the hill over that way as well. And this needs to be worked on, but you level it out a little bit and you could drive up it because there's a old road trail that goes throughout the property over there. Really neat stone features. We've got a little barbecue pit over here. Somewhere to hang some plants, tie your horse up. Carport. Dinner time. All right, well, come on into this property here. It's got a real nice stone fireplace. There's actually some fossils built into it. It's converted to gas now, but in the future, you can always convert it back if you'd like. We've got a full bath here. And this one is a bit of a fixer-upper. But it's not too bad. It's got a tile floor. You need some appliances. 200 amp panel. No one's lived in this one for about 6 to 8 years, but the bones are really, really solid. No leaks in the roof. This could be converted into a second bath, washroom, whichever. Big switch. And up here, really neat railings for the stairs out of wood. We got 2 bedrooms up here. One here, and they've actually got 2 little cubby holes for storage space into the attic. I guess at one time they're going to do an addition other than how they did it. So you've got a rather scary door. It's kind of neat though. So, and again, this one's very remote. Lots of water. There's several springs, 2 fully stocked ponds. There's a creek across the street that parallels the road and the pasture land that goes with this property as well.
Guys, something Kevin pointed out to me on this property as far as the fireplace goes is right here you can see that the propane, right now it's got propane going in, but it used to be wood burning, so it could be returned back to wood burning. So if you're not a fan of propane, you can definitely go back to the old paths for sure with just a little fixer up.
Now there's the outside of that door in the second story. You could still easily add a porch out to the front there, or you could extend out this way if you wanted to make it bigger, because it's a little over 1,300 square foot all in all. But I've got a neat wishing well. No telling what you can do all kinds of things with this. It's not finished yet, but it's most of the way there.
Upon close examination of this tiny house, it's not got the room for a loft per se, but it does have an area where you could put a lot of storage front over the header here. And it also has enough room inside where that you could have a nice little heated area with like propane heater, and you could have plenty of room for like office space and even have a fold down couch for a bed. There's a lot of options. This would be great for a person that wants a micro home or wants to have a guest house suite. This is actually something that could be fixed up really quick and flipped. Furthermore, you could flip this place and kind of crash here in the meantime while you're flipping the big house. Just a lot of options you could do with this for sure.
And this would make a good chicken coop. There's a spring box down here which I can show you. This little, most of what needs to be done around here is just landscaping and getting everything under control. But it's either under...
This right here, just some quick 411 on this, is where that they used to have this as a ham radio tower more than likely. This would be a great mount for a wind turbine because the base is already here, so you could drill out into the ground right here. You could cut that with a ditching device and run that up to the structure, and out from it you have a really good drop through the valley here, so it would just swoop right in. As far as wind power, there's a good breeze going through here right now today. Not only that, if you wanted to replace that back with a ham radio tower mount, you could. So you've got that option too, and that's already there for you. So just pretty neat little things like that here and there on the property, just little gems that's ready to roll for you.
But under here, the spring box, you can hear the water running. Well, you can hear it running down from over there too. But and then down this way, lots of trash here, but this is definitely a solid structure. I guess actually it's not 20 by 40, it's probably 15 by 40. But it's very solid in there. Actually, it's this could be a carport just as well, because there's a roadway. You know, you can go out that way and it ties into the driveway there as well. Plus there's power to it. There's a pole right there. Here's a nice shot of the property from the terraced garden area. You can see the stone features throughout the property, and you're kind of looking at the side and the back of the cabin. Yeah, this whole field right here used to be terraced, or it's terraced, and it used to be farmed. The garden, there's an outhouse right here, and your suspension bridge is just right over there. And up in front of us is the road system, so you can take it back to the house or out over here to the left, and you can go out to the pond and to the pasture and a few of the other features. There's a whole road system on this property. It's already done, which is a huge money saver and time saver. And we've got a nice solid built outhouse right here. Got a seat on it. I'd probably get another one. I would highly recommend it. But with a little bit of effort, you can do a lot of great things with its property. It's ready to go if you're into some homesteading. Here's one of the 2 ponds we have. 4 different kinds of fish. You can see a few of them. There's a whole school of them out there now. They're out trying to catch that late afternoon sun. This one's spring fed, the other one's spring fed. Lots of water with this property. You can see if you pan up, you can see there's the road system going up to the shell of a second cabin they started up on the mountain. So there's a little known secret about this property. There's actually a second house well underway, and it's about 800 square foot, so it's a very small footprint, and it's up on a hilltop. So great views. You get some really good sun, so it'd be a great candidate for solar power. Plus, there's that other house or that little chicken coop area. You could easily convert that to a tiny house as well. All right, from behind the pond, you can see the road system, and we've got hill over here. Then it pans around over to a pasture. It's got a little bit of kudzu in it, pretty good bit, but goats would take care of that in short order. There's a spring in the middle, and it's Wet Weather Creek that runs out of it and down through the middle of the pasture. You can see the road system goes uphill. That's where that other cabin is. That's the roof and the log cabin shell is in. And this area right here is real thinly wooded, so you could get rid of the small trees, and then if you wanted to grow crops that needed limited amount of sun, they would go great under here, or you could just clear a few trees out of here and just really open this up for full-on pasture. Plus, you can there's a holler up on the other side of that pasture here, right, too, that you can get to as well. All right, here we are. Here's the log cabin. The chimney's in. The metal roof is up. The walls are in. If these logs need to be chinked yet. Foundation's in for the porch. And it just needs to be finished out, but the shell and the bones are there. And it's probably about, I'd say about 500-600 square foot, something like that. And you'll have some nice mountain views. You're up high on top of a knoll here. And nothing but nature around, and you can kind of see down. You're looking over the top of the barn. All right, here's the inside shot of this log cabin. It's rock solid. The fireplace is looking good and ready for rock face, however you would want to finish it. The roof is solid. Nice foundation. A lot of the hard work and the heavy lifting's already been done.
Now guys, as a farmer, I can tell you just by looking at this land right here and looking at the soil, the texture that we did earlier, this is perfect for growing crops. So this is the opposite side of the property, and there's plenty of land here to do whatever you want to, grow whatever type of crop you want. Furthermore, if you just wanted to hay this off for cattle, there's plenty of hay here that you could do that with. On the other side, there's another pond that we've not visited. And we're probably not going to cover today, but there's also another pond on the other side of the property. So water around here is not an issue, and there's so many applications for it too. Just in case you don't feel like you have enough water, the river is only like a quarter mile down the road, so there's no reason for you to not have water around here.
Now I'm sure a lot of you would wish you could have this property, so here's a penny for you. Good luck. Alright, well this is probably one of my favorite prepper properties. It's a bit of a fixer-upper. But it's right now it's listed for 146 acres. You've got a log cabin, a smaller one, a larger one over here, the barns, all these water features. I mean, this is a ready-made farm, bare minimum. You know, I mean, it's secluded, it's out of the way, the river's right by here. There's just so many features this property has, and it's one heck of a price too. So it's hard to go wrong on this one.
Well, there's beauty everywhere. I mean, we're sitting here with 3 waterfall drops right here. I mean, it's got, I've seen all sorts of opportunities for wind towers. There's that mount up there, ham radio opportunity. There's all sorts of water applications, especially hydro opportunity. There's a lot of stuff you can have here to definitely be off grid, and if you want to keep the propane too, just a little fixture up. So yeah, I think it's a great property. Yeah. So guys, if you're interested in this, contact Kevin. And until we see you again, Eric 7 Compass Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day. In Yahushua name.